Hey guys, today I'm going to show you this funky little multi-stage planetary gearbox that I designed. It didn't work quite like what I expected it to, but this is sort of a work in progress, and I'm going to show you what I've done so far and how I'm planning to improve it. Now, the idea came from my wife suggested that I make a Christmas tree that, like, when you spin it, the different sections move. And so this was my first attempt, was kind of laughably bad. I just put a planetary gearbox. It's not even really geared because you put that second piece on top, and there's no, there's no guarantee, how do I say this? There's no mechanical linkage connecting it to the top. So it's basically just, a really bad bearing, right? There's no connection to the top to the bottom. And then another equally bad planetary gearbox on the top. This, I didn't even really know what I was doing when I was making these. I was kind of just eyeballing everything. But seeing this failure, like, in my hands, it happens quite often where I'll design something and it seems like it'll work, and then I print it and it's not until I actually have it in my hands and I'm, like, manipulating it that I can understand why it doesn't work. And so I'll show you, this was my version 1 of the multi-stage gearbox. It starts with these two parts. This is the 5th and the 4th stage. They've got slightly different profiles. And that's so that the sun gears can reach up into them. They've got that same profile, right? So the second to last one fits in just like that. And then the last one, it's coaxial, so it slides up into it. It rests a little bit above, and then it plugs in just like that. Those are the top 2 stages. The next stage has a square cut out of it, and that goes right on top of there. And the square is the profile of the planet gear carrier. Then you have a pretty normal ring gear that goes on top of there. I don't have the planet gear carrier broke, so I don't have that one anymore. And then I've got, this is another one of those examples of something where I did it wrong, and it wasn't until I was holding it in my hands that I realized why it wouldn't work. This was the compound gear that I made to put on there. And when you think about how these are going to fit together, let me pull these out so I can show you. You've got these 2 sun gears, right? And they sit just like that on top of one another. And then you've got this compound gear that kind of fits into they're like slightly offset by the same amount. And so it fits into it just like that. And so you might already start seeing where this went wrong, which I could not see this until I held it in my hands. But I'm expecting these 2 shafts to move independently of one another while they are both linked to a compound gear that, obviously this can't spin independently from the top of it to the bottom of it because it's connected as one piece, right? So how could you possibly expect that these 2 sun gears could spin independently? But so I solved that in the version 2 of that gearbox, which I also made much, much larger because I was having issues with the scale. It was just difficult to wrap my head around what was going on without actually, being able to see things. And so if I hold this up close and spin the different parts, I should have added like a little texture or something in there. There we go. You can see that the top spins the fastest, which is unsurprising because that's the bottommost sun gear. And the interesting thing about this gearbox was that I was expecting that you spin 2 of the stages and all 5 will spin. Like, I was expecting you only need to put your fingers on 2 of them and then all 5 of them will spin because they should all be linked together, was my thinking. But interestingly, they're not. And I'm kind of having trouble even wrapping my head around what's going on in this gearbox when I spin it. So I posted it on Maker World. If you want to print this exact type of gearbox, you can print one, and then maybe I can have some smart people. That's what usually happens in my channels. I make something and I'm like, I don't really know what to do with this, and then all the smart people that follow me tell me what to do with it. But it's very satisfying to play with. I'll do kind of the opposite. You've got this topmost stage that plugs into the bottommost sun gear, right? You can see it poking out the top there. If I spin the bottom stage, you can see that top shaft spinning fast, right? The 4th stage is basically the same thing, except it's the second to most bottom sun gear. Then the 3rd stage, this is where I was saying that it sits on the planet carrier. The square that you're seeing in the middle here, that's the planet carrier for both stages, right? Because the planet gears for the 1st and 2nd stage are on the same axis, I guess you would say. And so if I take that out, one of the gears came with it, but that's okay. There's that sun gear, and by this point, everything's kind of falling apart. So this worked. I think the reason that they don't all 5 move together has something to do with the fact that I think it's the same issue with the compound gears. I think that they can spin independently. Like I have one stage that is the ring gear. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. I was going to say one stage is the ring gear, while a different stage is the sun gear of the same gears. Something about this setup makes it really hard for me with the terminology. So these are the two sun gears. It's got that same sort of setup as the other one. And in hindsight, I think what I'm going to do, let me see if I can put this together in a way that I can explain it and it would make sense. So if I've got, these are, almost like compound gears, but they're not connected, so they can spin independently of one another. And then you've got the two sun gears that fit in the middle of them. Maybe you'll be able to see it well if I tilt it up like this. Maybe not. But so you can see if I rotate the inner part, it rotates those top gears. And if I rotate the outer part, it rotates, well, if I can hold it still, it'll rotate just the bottom ones. Maybe it'll make a little bit more sense if I explain it like this. I would expect that these two ring gears, because they are connected through the gears on the inside on both stages, I would expect that they would be forced to move together. But if I keep everything else still, well, no, I don't need to keep everything else still, but I can move them independently as long as one of these stages is moving. The other ones don't have to move. And I guess that should make sense, because I did describe in another video that you can use a planetary gear mechanism as a CVT. So I guess it does kind of make sense. That wouldn't be possible unless you were able to spin them somewhat, unless you were able to spin them independently of each other. I don't know. It hurts my brain to think about. So hopefully some smart people will watch this and give me some ideas. And also, just for sake of build video, I'm going to attach this to the files which are available on Maker World. So hopefully watching me play around with this and kind of assemble it and deassemble it, hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to understand how to put this together for yourself if you've stumbled across this video from downloading my files. So it's really fun to play with. I do really like it. I just need to figure out a way to get it to a point where all of the stages move when you rotate any two of them. And I think that might be counter to the whole principle of a planetary gearbox. I'm just kind of having trouble wrapping my mind around it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I can get more videos uploaded. I want to get more into doing this. I've said this before, but I set this high standard for like how interesting and well done and high production value it needs to be for me to post a long form video. I still post shorts, every couple weeks I'll post a short. I'm pretty consistent with that, but I just hold myself to this unreasonably high standard for long form videos for whatever reason. So I'm going to try to start going back to the roots of Christopher's Factory. Although I've said that for the last 3 videos probably, so we'll see where it actually goes. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.